So this is going to be my short assignment number 3 response. I'm going to do question number 1, which is make an argument as to how your personal story of faith is similar or dissimilar to Tolstoy's discussion of faith. And I can make that argument that I feel exactly if not slightly different, but mostly the same as to what he was going through in his kind of, journey or path of faith or to faith or from it actually. And the big thing that I got from it was he had a problem, going through the motions the same way that I did when I was in high school. Uh, I went to a Catholic grade school, I went to Catholic high school, and it was burned into us that we had to do things because we had to do things, not because we wanted to do things. And that didn't go over so well because I believe that the teachers took that kind of mentality of you need to do this, not the you should, you need to do this. And that's not the right approach for the majority of people in my class. That wasn't the right thing to do. Um, they should have taken the approach that Tolstoy says, that our mission is to educate people in order to avoid the obvious question, what do I know and what can I teach? Um, that would have been a better life lesson, which would have been more help to me than anything I ever learned about my faith through that. I've come to realize that my faith is my own thing. It's what I make of it. I'm not like Tolstoy to say that I don't have it anymore. I do have it, and it's my own thing. I believe that I have my own special relationship where I don't need to do everything that is prescribed to me that I grew up knowing, like going to church and going to confession, doing the whole 9 yards of Christianity to believe what I should do. I have this approach where I go out and I just talk. I'm one with my surroundings and my all my friends, and I have a good standing life. And if I need help, I just talk. I just pray and I talk. And to me, I use my faith mostly on the golf course. I believe that when I'm there, um, I can talk to I can talk to God just because it's me and this golf ball and my buddy above. Um, Now, of course, sometimes on the golf course, I end up screaming at him more than I do praising him and talking to him. But that's just golf. But I have that special relationship with him, and I don't believe that having high school and not having people push me away from it, because they did push me from it, but they didn't push me from the idea that I could still connect with him. They pushed me away from the doing it the cookie cutter Christian way of, like I said, going to church, doing that whole thing. Um, and another quote that he says, "We are the best and most useful teachers for what we teach and what is needful, while others who teach are in error." And I'm telling you, I know for a fact that's the kind of mentality that the teachers I had at high school took. That they're better than everybody because they have this deep sense of faith, and that's their only justification that they're better than other people. I know for a fact that other people in that school believed that they were better than the rest of us because they have stronger faith. Like, it didn't make any sense to me. Not because of logical, like, oh, I went to school, I got a degree. It was, no. I have faith. You don't. And I'm going to help you sinners. I felt like it was just seriously like a giant cleansing effect of you're all sinners and I'm going to help you. And that to me is that wasn't going to help me at all. Um, the one thing that I did take away from his reading is in chapter 3 where he says, where are we to steer by saying we are being carried somewhere? And this is him talking about how he feels like he was talking just like a person who was being carried along in a boat by the waves of the wind without really answering such a person. Um, and I thought about that and I looked at the symbolism, and it's just a man who's just being carried, and I take that as his faith. He's just being carried, but he's not forcing. He's not being forced. He's letting external factors drive him, which is what that whole thing of faith should have been. Obviously, he takes the other approach to it, where he doesn't believe it, and ultimately at the end finds that he does find it, but only through immortality. So it's not even so much the idea of the God that I'm thinking of, but I have a very unique sense of faith. So I do differ from Tolstoy only because I haven't rejected it. I still allow for the possibility that there is something there. I have my own relationship with it, but I don't believe in immortality. I'm never going to live forever, nor do I think anybody should ever want to live forever, because human life is full of trials and suffering and misery and more things in a life that nobody should ever see. There's nobody should want to live through generations of war and anything like that. While there can be the good times, but living for eternity is not something that sounds good. I want to enjoy my life and think that I'm going to pass on from this world and go to a higher power, and I'm going to be able to just kick back and relax just like that. Like, I'm not going to have to do anything about it. And I'm looking forward to that conversation when I get there. But I haven't lost any faith myself. The only thing I have not left is I lost my path of doing it the cookie cutter way. So as long as I keep talking and playing golf and doing my own thing, I believe that I can keep a very strong faith. But I'll never totally lose it.